Community Podcast.
Welcome back to the Community Podcast. I'm here with Elliot Moreno, who is a lifeguard and a swim instructor with us at Louisa County Aquatics Facility. So, Elliot, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a lifeguard here at Parks and Rec. I've been working here for about, 3 years now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've worked my freshman year, my sophomore year, my junior year. And so, or did I work my freshman year?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. And so now I'll be finishing up my senior year here.
And how's it been working for us?
Oh, I've loved it. I mean, it's just such a good community. I feel like we're all so close. Like, everyone I've worked with, I've known either at school or through a friend. And honestly, it's just great. Like, of course, you gain, like, a sense of responsibility having a job here, and a big one at that. But you know everyone, so it's fun, and you see people that come in that you know, and it's great.
So what made you want to become a lifeguard?
So I've been a member of the Louisa Gators for a while. I didn't participate this year or last year due to some scheduling conflicts, but I was a part of that, and I was one of their, like, swim instructors, kind of, but it was for, like, the younger kids, and I just helped them in the water, and honestly, I saw the role open up, and I saw that as an opportunity, and I just took it. Like, I figured that if I enjoyed doing that as young as I was, then I would love doing this for, like, a long time.
Yeah, I love that. So what does a typical day look like for you at the pool if you're lifeguarding?
So a typical day, usually in the mornings, you go in, you unlock everything, you make sure everything's cleaned up. If not, then you just do it yourself. Check the pool chemicals. That's what I did as a supervisor last year. And you make sure everything's running, turn on the fountains, check the bathrooms, count the money. You kind of get your staff or whoever's working that day together, making sure everyone's familiar. Remembering if you have, like, whether there's a camp coming in or if there's aquatics that day, or if someone's renting out the pool, kind of get everything in order before you really start the day.
Yeah, I love that. And we love having you in a leadership role. And I hope you continue to prove yourself as a leader well beyond this role as well.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think it not only helps me, but it allows me to teach others to do the same. And I think that in itself is so fulfilling. And yeah, I love it.
So what kind of trainings or certifications do we require for lifeguards and instructors?
Yeah, so you have to be lifeguard and CPR certified, and those typically, when you're first certified, take around 2 days, and then you have an online course as well that you have to complete, and that is, like, over a long period of time usually, because it's like 12-16 modules or something. And it kind of allows you to familiarize yourself with it, because I mean, if you're working at a job like that important, then you're gonna wanna remember some things. Yeah, and so you gotta remember CPR. That's, like, the first thing, and you gotta know how to identify whether you are going straight into CPR, whether you're checking for, like, a lodged airway, whether you're looking for other signs of, like, potential, like, skull or, like, nerve or, like, spine damage. There's, like, so many precautions that you got to take care of.
And for swim instructors, can you tell about any trainings that we do for that?
Yeah, so Jennifer Mastro came in, and she sat us down, some of the swim instructors, and she walked us through, I think it was 2 days, of just swim instructor lessons. She gave us some basic kind of, like, steps for all ages, infants, like, preschool level, toddlers, and then, like, all the way up to elementary school. And she just walked us through, like, how to handle them, especially, like, if they're scared of the water, if they're not scared, whether they're already kind of adapted to swimming or not, whether we want to work their skill up more, or if we just want to get them used to the water and get them in. Yeah.
So I know sometimes the shifts, it can be hot. You're in the middle of summer.
Oh, yeah.
We try to keep our lifeguard shifts around 4 hours, but sometimes, we might go a little bit over that. So how do you keep yourself alert and focused?
I mean, some of the basic things that you go over is, like, straight posture, making sure you're hydrated, always wearing sunscreen, making sure you're constantly scanning. That's a big thing, like, for lifeguards. If you're moving your head, that keeps you awake. Like, you don't want to stay too still. But I think that what finds to help me the most is honestly the good posture. Because when I'm slouched, it's an early morning, you kind of find yourself a little tired. Like, you just want to having that straight posture and just like alertness. It reminds you that you're working.
Yeah.
And,
So what would you say is the biggest misconception about lifeguards?
I would say that it's easy. It's not. Like, of course, don't get me wrong, sitting there is pretty nice. But when it comes to, like, certain situations where you're actually having to be alert, the pool is busy, or there's a conflict going on, or there's a money issue, or something's going on in admissions, like, it comes to handling those situations, and that's when it really shows, like, your true skill and how you're handling the job, I think. And so it's not really easy. And it comes with so many things, I think, that people just tend to forget about.
And I think y'all learn a lot of life skills there. How to communicate, not just in a team, but also with the public. How to handle conflicts, like you were saying. How to listen and truly listen to understand people.
Yeah.
So I think that while some people think, you're just lifeguarding, you're learning a lot of different things and you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, and a lot of people just look at us like, especially I remember when I was younger, that we're just teenagers. So when you're coming into a situation, like you said, like conflict, and you're trying to listen to both of them, I think a lot of people tend to assume that because you're a teenager, you're not going to listen. But being able to show up and listen, it shows your responsibility and how mature you are, and it teaches you a lot. So you do get mature really quick.
So another thing I know you're passionate about is teaching, swim instructing for us. So what are some ages that you really thrive and enjoy teaching?
So last year I taught a lot of preschool or like just some of the newer kids into the levels of like swimming. And I loved it. I mean, they're just so fun to see how they interact with the water and how they improve throughout the weeks that we're doing it, or whether it's just like weeks or days. Like, you see massive improvements from all sorts of kids, and it's just so fun to see because I can kind of see myself in them, to where how I used to love the water, they're now learning to love the water. So it's just fun.
So what do you think it's so important to have these kids involved in swim lessons?
I think it teaches them a lot. I mean, of course, it teaches them the safety of it. Just the other day, I was teaching life vest safety to special needs kids. And I realized a lot of the times, like, these kids, they don't really know. Like, it's hard for them to understand that the dangers of a situation when they're having fun. And water is kind of associated with fun, especially during the summer. And so when you can teach them the dangers, not necessarily in a scary way, it teaches them safety. And it not only helps them to have fun and be safe, but it also helps the parents.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So speaking about safety, what is a top safety thing that you would wish everybody knew when they come to the pool?
Ooh, probably, especially our pool, to stay off the lane lines.
Yeah.
They love to get on the lane lines, and they love to, like, crowd by the ladder and the stairs. But it's just, it's a safety hazard. I mean, like, the lane line, especially, like, if you get caught on that, like, that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
And then the stairs and the ladders, that's how people, like, get in and out. And so if you don't have a strong swimmer and they can't get out, then...
Yeah. I know always the stairs is always a hangout spot for the little kids, and they want to hang out there and hold on to the poles. But that's a real danger, too, because what if they slip and they fall? They could hit their head on the stairs. So it's always something that we're, I know, constantly reinforcing not to do that, especially in our swim lessons, reminding them, ask permission to get into the water. And then, we're going to sit down. We're not going to play on it. This is our safe zone.
Yeah. And especially with the water being so shallow, it can be scary.
So what should parents keep in mind if they're bringing their child to the pool?
That we have life vests. A lot of parents kind of bring their own, but I think of course they can, but we have them readily available. And so we also have toys. And that keeps them entertained and active while having fun.
Yeah, and enjoying the water, because like you said earlier, it is that fun balance between fun and safety and the danger. And we want to encourage the learning and exploration of the water in a safe manner.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I know our summer camp comes and visits, and one of the things they are required to do is a swim test. Their parents can opt out of it, but for the child to be able to actually swim without a life jacket, our lifeguards provide a swim test for them.
Yeah, and it's fairly easy. I mean, it gives us a great sense of like who's at a certain level and who's not. Even if they pass the swim test, we can still see if that's someone we need to look for.
Yeah.
You know, and it also gauges us to where if they are struggling to a certain level but still can make it or pass the test necessarily, we know to use our better judgment and to give them a life vest so they can have the most fun, but also so we don't have to worry about them. Well, there's also like 20 other kids there.
Yeah. So what are some other aquatic programs that we have that you think the community should know about?
Oh my goodness. One of my favorites, I would say, is Aquafit. I love Aquafit so much. If I could do it, I would. It's a great way to stay active. And I think that a lot of people associate it with like older members in our community, but I think everyone should do it. Like I remember going to Zumba classes with my grandma here, and I would love to do the Aquafit. It's just the community in itself there is just, it's a great atmosphere. Like the teachers are fantastic. You have amazing people showing up. Like the attendants there, they encourage each other. They're handing each other their little floaties when they float away, and it's so nice to like watch.
And that's really fun that you say that, because this year we're actually able to add another Aquafit class as well.
Yes.
So not only are we doing it during the week, we're also doing it on Saturdays too now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm very excited. And that's a class that like fills up almost instantly. They have a max of 30, and you don't have to have any swim. Like, you don't have to swim to be able to in that class. You're standing the whole time. So that's something that a lot of people have the misconception of is, I can't swim, I can't do that class. And that's not the truth. And we have a lifeguard on stand all the time.
Yeah, and they're definitely paying attention, I promise you.
So what is something you enjoy the most about working for the pool?
I think a big thing is the community. I mean, like I said before, like everyone knows each other. Everyone there's some sort of sense of connection, but even if you don't, you're kind of joined together by something. I know a bunch of the lifeguards and I connected by like lifeguarding, you know, like we both shared like a common thing about helping people or just working there. And I think that's the same way with like swimming. Like if you are there to just come and enjoy the pool, then you can meet others who are the same way. I met a lot of my friends when I was younger coming to the pool with my grandma, and yeah, I mean, I would love for others to be able to experience that too. You know?
So we are almost done hiring for the pool. We still have a few more lifeguard positions available. So what would you say to somebody who is thinking about maybe lifeguarding this summer?
I would say do it. I mean, there's no risk to it, really. Of course, there's a responsibility, but I think that if you're willing to take that on, then you should definitely try it. I think they do have to realize that there is kind of like a heftiness to it. Like you are watching to make sure people are okay. Like you have to be able to notice when someone is danger or potential dangerous situation. But I think that if you really want that and you're really ready, like willing to work for that and ready to, then I don't see why not. Like you're going to meet awesome people here. You're going to learn so much. And I think it's honestly going to prepare many young people for like the real world, because this job brings lots of skills, like you said, to like together. And it's stuff that you can always use in almost any job. And everyday life too. Like I find myself at home or at school, like putting thing skills together and using them.
I love that. So I know you've been here with us for a few years, and we hope you continue to be with us. Do you have any thing that you want the community to know?
Come to the pool. It's fun.
It is. We are open 7 days a week, 11 to 6 p.m. We have classes, swim classes, pretty awesome lifeguards.
Pretty cool if I do say so myself.
We have a concession stand as well.
Yeah, and we do take card now, right?
Yes, we take cards. So, I hope that this summer is going to be an unforgettable one.
I think it will.
And we all enjoy.
Yeah.
And stay safe.
Yes, of course.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Elliot.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right.